and welcome to Healthier Habits. I'm Brian Bessey.
And I'm Sam Gossman.
And I'm Nick Anderson.
And I'm Justice Dunn.
And I'm Emily Hill.
This is the podcast where we all adopted a healthier habit sometime during the past 4 months, and we gave you all the details.
And for this week's upload, we will be looking back on all of the healthier habits we have adopted.
We will be reviewing the past 15 episodes of the podcast to see which habits work best for us.
And also, if you want to listen or watch the 15 episodes in question, you can find them either on the Branding Iron website or on YouTube. Just search UW OneTV.
But before we get into it, I want to give my thanks to all of you habiteers out there. Those of you who have taken the time out of your busy schedules to listen to us ramble. I appreciate you all. And I also appreciate all of my co-hosts I've had during the running of this pod. It was a pleasure to have you all on.
Well, thank you, Brian.
I don't think people call it pods.
But let's get into the first upload of the podcast and talk about the goods and the bads of it. Sam, the first one was bicycling or bicycling. Bicycling? Is that how you say it? Okay.
Same thing. Bicycle.
Okay, bicycling.
Bicycle.
Okay, bicycle. Bicycle.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what do you have to say about that, Sam? What's the pros and cons you have?
Well, for me, that one was sort of already a thing, honestly, because I ride my bike to all my classes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not last semester, but 2 semesters ago, I was in marching band, and so I had to ride all the way from the stadium.
Right, you had really nice legs back then, right?
That's
That's not my comment. It's yours on the bicycling.
That's apparently what I said, yes.
Bicycling.
Yes.
Okay.
Bicycle.
So would you do it more? Shush. Dicycle. Anyway, so would you keep? Is that a good healthier habit? Do you think
Yes,
for
of course.
bicycling?
I
also. Oh shoot. Bicycling. There we go. Bicycle. Okay, bicycling. Yeah, I think it's a really good. I think it's honestly a really good habit to take on, and I think here on campus it really works, except when there's snow.
Yeah, it's hard, but you can't learn to ride on ice.
Yeah, I've had one of my tires has been deflated for a while, and I can't reflate it right now. So I can't really ride that around like I used to. But when I did, I freaking loved it. Yeah. I loved riding my bike. What about y'all? Do you like riding bikes?
I actually haven't ridden a bike probably since I was in 8th grade. I had a fat friend who broke my bike. And then I was like, well, can't afford a new one right now, so I just never rode one. But I remember riding. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
What about you, Emily?
Mine's currently chained up in front of the engineering building, but I've enjoyed riding it even though it's been over 2 months since I've ridden it.
You just
my
leave it
goodness.
there?
It's fine.
It's a
fine.
$5 bike.
It is
$5?
Yeah, I got it
$5
at the auction.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't mind if it gets stolen.
What about you, Justice? What's your biking story? Like, how do you bike
story?
around? Yeah,
Well,
your whole story in the next 8 seconds we have.
I don't know. I don't ride bikes. I mean, I like them, but they're expensive, and I don't want to drive them all around when I can move.
But isn't a car more expensive? Or walking more expensive?
Walking's
Have you thought about that?
I think the annoying thing about a bike is sometimes you have to buy a new one after wearing
Right. And you never have to buy new feet.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
Healthy habit.
If you're an amputee,
yeah.
I'm not going to...
Back in Vietnam, tell you a little story about my grandfather. No.
My goodness. Okay. Well, let's move on to the second one, meditation. We're going to talk about meditation. Sam, that was you and I, again,
indeed.
episode 2, meditation. What'd you like? How'd you like meditation? Do you keep meditating, Sam?
I haven't meditated since that week.
Same here. I only meditated once.
And you found, what was it, like a mink?
Yeah,
in the river?
I did. On our social media, I have a picture of a mink in like a post thing I made. Yeah,
It was English?
Mink?
Mink?
It's Canadian. I'm a Canadian, actually.
Sorry.
No.
Good old ad mink.
I didn't really like meditation, to be honest. It didn't work for me personally. I don't really think it is amazing. I feel like there's other things you could do. I don't know. Sam?
I didn't mind it, per se, but I think it takes dedication. If you really want to get into it, then you got to, practice it and do it. But I didn't really want to, and so I just did it for that week.
Same here. I kind of came from I don't really want to do this kind of mindset, which is never a good idea to go into with this kind of podcast. But what about y'all? I'm going to refer it back to you. Shush. Yes, y'all. What am I supposed to say, Sam?
You all are.
No, y'all is fine.
guys.
And speaking of meditation, I actually found an app that was really nice and I did enjoy it, but every single one that I found was like, oh, your free trial's almost up. So I could only go like 3 days without having to get a new app, which was annoying because I just wanted to meditate.
Right, exactly. I don't know. I just think meditation is a hard thing to get into, especially for like a week justice. So I don't know. It wasn't a great. It wasn't great for me actually, and
Well, I had to do an interview last year. Like it was like for a class doing like writing an article, doing an interview, and it was all about meditation, and I loved it.
You loved it.
It was so much fun. It's just like you sit down, obviously and you just kind of like try to clear your mind and not think of anything for like 30 minutes. And there's like a concentration part of it. It's relaxing, and at least there's a studio in Laramie, which the guy who owns it and does the meditation is a heavy metal rocker.
Oh, wow.
Which is really cool. And I did meditation with him, and it was just like, I don't know. And it was like, I did like 3 times that week. And there's like, it's free on Thursdays for, I think, college students.
Okay.
And
okay.
Very relaxing, very nice. And I actually tried to keep up with it. You know, so I just got too busy at some point, but like, sat down for 30 minutes a day and made me feel great.
Yeah, I think once you get into it, it could be a great habit. But if you want to know, as the habiteer listening to it, you can actually go back to that podcast and listen to all the reasons why you should, why you shouldn't, and all that health benefits and such. Same for biking or bicycling. Cycling. Dang it. Okay. Okay. We'll go on to the third upload. It's still Sam and I, and it's called Reading More. Sam, No. Sam, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
Reading More is my favorite so far. Under another one, but we'll get into that. But Reading More was just amazing for me because ever since I read for that week or whatever, I haven't stopped. Like, I'm still reading books, like, nonstop. I always make sure to get to class, like, 50 minutes before class even begins and read. And it's one of my favorite habits I have adopted throughout this entire experience. Mm-hmm. What about you, Sam? What's your experience with Reading More? How'd that go for you?
I thought it was a great time. Reading's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I usually read a lot more of the stuff I have to read for class, for my English class primarily, but I always enjoy reading that because it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Lit.
I feel like there's no like negative thing like, oh, reading sucks.
Yeah,
I can't get in. I don't know.
No.
Like I feel like just once you get into it, it's good. Once you guys, once y'all say that.
Yeah, I guess I think it is a big like for me, I'm not a big fan of reading like fiction or anything that's like a story. I like reading about like facts and like maybe an autobiography because for me, I have to be like in the 4th chapter of like a fiction book to be like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this book. But the first 3 chapters usually never win me over unless it's like an English class and I have to read it.
Yeah, no, I feel that. What about you, Emily?
I'd be the exact opposite of you because I only go towards fiction. I hate nonfiction so much because it's boring. You can't do anything creative with nonfiction because it's kind of fast.
You can.
I mean, you could, but like I have yet to find nonfiction that has excited me in the same way that fiction does.
I have Wyoming Range Wars if you want to read that because that is amazing.
I'm gonna try and read more this winter break as like an early onset New Year's resolution, but we'll see.
See, there we go. What about you, Justice? Do you read? You literate, Justice?
Recently, I picked it up. No, I don't read a ton just because I sorry, I just kind of died and shut down and reset. I don't know. I enjoy reading, but it takes me a couple chapters to get into the book. And by that time, I found there are other things that are more important that I need to do.
I started doing that too, but like once I started setting time to read, that's when it really started clicking in.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like my only thing I would say about that. But we need to move on to the next one, which is fasting with Justice.
Oh my God,
fasting,
really?
How's fasting going with you?
Pretty freaking good, my dude.
Really? Because this is like one of the controversial ones because I hated it so much, but you enjoyed it somewhat, right?
Oh yeah, I mean it's just it takes up so much. Let's go over the pros and cons while I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
Feet out of the way, Sam. I don't know. It just takes up so much. I don't have to spend as much time in my day eating and cooking and whatnot. That's the huge pro.
Cooking takes forever.
Yeah, it's just a waste of time. I mean, not a waste of time, but it takes up a lot of time.
To feed yourself, it's a waste of time.
Die. But that's the primary pro. And then as far as I don't need to lose weight. I'm a scrawny little boy. Mm-hmm. But that's a pro/con, honestly, because we talked about in the podcast.
But you're not really doing it for like to lose weight at all.
No,
right?
It's all just for efficiency's sake.
Right, and we talked about that all on the podcast, but you can check out to get more information.
What are you doing here?
Habiteers is what they call themselves, or what I call them.
Well, you call them fools behind your back. I see you whispering in the dark.
It's true.
Whispering in the dark.
You're like you're like, no, I'm just fools. Anyway.
Okay. So, would you recommend fasting?
Honestly, unless you really crushed for time, probably not. Just because it's really hard to get into. But hey, if you want to,
don't adopt it.
Do it.
You can look at like your food and stuff, which actually goes into the next one, which is kind of a reaction to fasting, which is push-ups and calories with Sam, the Gossman man.
What?
I'm not a man.
Yeah, but you're a woman.
Could be.
Okay, anyway.
All right. That's why I love my last name, ladies and gentlemen.
I like
because
the Goss part.
I don't. It's this close to gross.
You are.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Push-ups and calories.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I liked counting my calories because it showed that I didn't eat enough.
Yeah.
Because I probably am falling back into that habit right now.
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, I was like, hey, I should eat more. And
You were keeping track to make sure you were healthy. I feel like fasting isn't really for health. I don't know. I feel like it's like avoiding some things. I feel it's more of like a philosophical or like a religious.
What are you saying about me?
What? I'm saying everything about you, Justice.
Gaslighting me?
Yes. But I feel like if you're really wanting to watch your weight or like to lose weight or whatever, like count some calories, do some push-ups. It'll be good for you. I mean, I feel like counting calories and doing push-ups, it can't go wrong. Like that's not like a bad thing to do every day. I personally, ever since then, have gone off and on. Like I'll do like maybe a day where I'm just like so critical and be like, oh man, here's all my stuff. Like I'm going to do all the push-ups. And then after a while, I'm just like, I don't really want to do it anymore. But let's move on to the next one since we're short of time. The next one being posture with Sam Gossman.
Again.
All right, Sam, was posture good? Is posture good? Is posture a good thing to do, Sam?
No, of course not. Why would you ever have a good
That's
posture?
true.
You
That's
don't want to
true.
have a back when you're old. You just
don't want a back. It just
back.
dissolves.
You
You turn into a worm.
Yeah.
That's where worms come from.
In all seriousness, posture, like good posture, is always a good thing.
It's important.
I know in high school I had really bad posture, and then I think the summer of my junior or senior year, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fix my posture, and so I like actively tried to constantly have my back, properly arched and
Now everyone
straight.
at the table is
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, oh shit.
As
But
soon
like,
as you talk about
except
it.
for Emily, because she's hardcore. Anyway, like I remember like after the posture upload, 2 weeks after, I kept on making sure I had proper posture. But now reading it again, I'm just like, proper posture. You know what I mean? Gotta do it. Which I mean, like, why not just like listen to posture podcast? Like once a week or something like that. Just put on repeat. Yeah, be like, hey, proper posture, do some good stuff for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I actually.
What was that?
Shush.
Stroke, are you okay?
What? Justice.
Why?
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So, saving money. Who is that
money.
with again?
Me, Justice Dunn. I was there.
No.
No, we talked about like just saving money in general. I mean, saving money is a good habit. Just if you want to like listen to that podcast and find more stuff about saving money, I mean, it's good. It didn't really stick with me because I'm awful with money, but
Yeah. I mean, me neither. I'm just bad at buying snacks out of vending machines at work.
yeah, I'm bad at like buying lunch here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bad at. Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I was going to say, I think it's actually a good idea to think about right now because it's the Christmas season and I know my bank account is crying.
Right, yeah.
Because of all the gifts I have to get.
Right, yeah. I only beget.
Don't look at me, I'm ugly. I'm hideous.
I'm ugly and I'm proud. That's what you should say, like, right?
I'm ugly and proud.
Oh, Nick, you're not ugly. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Avoiding sickness with
Once again,
Sam.
me.
Sam.
It's only
Boss
me.
Namsag.
Sam G.
Namsag Mas. Sam, what do you think of avoiding sickness? Have you been avoiding sickness? Have you gotten sick, Sam?
No, I haven't gotten sick. I actually got a flu shot too. So
Can we get some clapping in the chat, please? Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't get sick. Don't touch people. Really. Don't be around people. Honestly, is how you don't get sick.
Just hide in your room and cry every night.
Basically, what we're doing here is like going against all of the sickness accords that we all signed.
Sickness accords.
Oh, we signed them?
Yes.
Were they a thing?
Yes, we signed them a minute ago. Anyway,
A minute ago.
we'll just move on to the next one. But like, if you want to figure out like how to avoid being sick, if you want to figure out how to save money.
Oh my God.
Definitely the
This is the Lord's house.
If you want to figure out how to get like good shush. If you want to get like good posture or whatever. If you want to get like good posture or whatever, I might keep all these mistakes in, to be honest, for funsies.
Just split it up in like 2 parts, since you can only have like a certain length for each podcast. Just do it on the website, but on YouTube.
We're only like
17
minutes in, so
Oh,
I think
okay,
we're
never
fine.
mind. I was saying, but
So we're gonna move on to the ninth podcast, Justice.
wow, I love 9.
Running.
With
Nick.
Sam. Oh, yeah.
No, you're Nick.
Yeah, so running, I said this in the running podcast. I used to like do cross country running and track running in high school. So it was an old, healthier habit of mine that I knew a lot about. It was really fun. I was glad I did it again. It's just something like you go out for a run, and unless you really mess up something physically, you can't feel bad about it because it's just you're like, I ran today. It felt good. I was glad I did it. I was glad I did the healthier habit, and it pushed me to do it.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend it for anyone.
Yeah, I recommend it too. I didn't do a lot of running, which is kind of terrible of me to say, or at least to do. Sorry, I'm going to not edit that burp out because I always burp on this podcast. Anyway, I did like one night of running, and I enjoyed it somewhat. Like, I really like the energy I got, but it's getting so cold.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you got to be careful running outside in the cold. Again, if you can find a local gym, awesome. Or... yeah, even if it's just like a gym, like you go to the school and you just run around a basketball court. Right.
It's just the fact that I'm a weirdly like far away, and it's just not a great thing. But I really want to start running in the summer. Yeah. So from all the information I learned, which you will learn too if you listen up to it, or if you already have, you can adopt running as a healthier habit, and it's pretty good. Wouldn't you say, Nick?
Yeah. Recommend it to anyone.
We're gonna go on to the next one, the most controversial of all, the one that got the most hate for.
Most controversial.
What?
You said
for me. I said it
you
was.
Lied to me.
It was.
You lied to
the
me.
most controversial one being going vegan with Emily Hill. How did it go, Emily?
I mean, I'm still vegetarian, so it says something about it. I mean, I did enjoy going vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as I'd said in the previous podcast, my main struggles were with breakfast at Washakie because they don't accommodate vegans that well for breakfast specifically. Later on in different meals they do, so I was fine with those. Yeah. And like, I overall really enjoyed it. I was only a little tired at the beginning of it, but like, I enjoyed doing it. It was really fun. Yeah, I actually really love doing it too. This is like tied, I would say, with the reading more, because like it just really helped me like look at what I ate, look at what I do, and I don't know. I just kind of like looking back and like being like, man, maybe I shouldn't be eating this. Maybe I shouldn't be eating that. And a lot of the bad stuff I was eating was like, cheesy things. Like I love grilled cheese. And now I'm back. But honestly, I think our conclusion was with going vegan was we were really just going like soft vegan, hardcore vegetarian. It's basically what we were doing. But also very strict in meal planning. Right, which is good. Yeah, so the meal planning was a huge part. So plan your meals throughout the week. Make your meals like on a Sunday, and then you can eat, and you'll be fine. You don't have to spend like $6.95 at Panda Express every lunch, which is what I do. So it goes like a lot cheaper. It's really good. And then going vegetarian at least is pretty good for your body. I remember I felt great. I know it was only a week, but I felt like I wasn't hungry. I remember like the week I ate meat, Nick and I went to a place and we had fish sticks. And fish and chips. Same thing. But yeah, I remember like the night after, I wasn't like sick, but I remember my stomach kind of hurt, and it wasn't like a fun time. Yeah. So I mean, like, I think it's just just really think about what you're eating. Make sure you're eating your veggies and your fruits and stuff. Especially this time of the year with finals coming around the corner. Right. Yeah. Make sure you take care of yourself. Yeah. Because I'm stress eating. Hey, same here. But we're gonna go to the next one, which is the 11th upload. Internet addiction, which was kind of a weird podcast. Sam, I did this with you. Have you stopped your internet addiction, Sam? Are you cured of your addiction, Sam?
I don't believe so, no. I mean, I tried obviously during the week to use it less, and I did. Like, I didn't use it at work. I opted to read instead. Sorry, Justice, I didn't mean to touch your thigh. But anyway, honestly, I think reducing screen time around bedtime is probably a good thing. But honestly, in this day and age, besides like your eyes, I guess, getting hurt, I can't really say huge problem to internet addiction.
I feel like it has a lot of like sociological. Is that a word?
Yeah,
is that a word?
That's a word.
Psychological, society. I think it's messing with society.
Sociological is a word.
Yeah, I think it's just impacting society in a really negative way and really good ways too. Like the communities we have is amazing, but I don't know.
At the same time, everyone feels a lot more isolated.
Right.
Maybe that's just me.
No. Same here. Like I don't know. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's more of a conversation we did for that podcast. So if you want to check that out, it's more of me talking at Sam violently, just being like, "This is a thing."
And I think it's just hard for the college student because, like, just speaking from experience, I think everyone is like, you have a paper. I mean, we procrastinate. We have a paper that's due at 11:59. Mm-hmm. So like, you have that screen time basically up until you do like homework. Like, I wish more homework was like
physical.
Was physical. Like, obviously when it's a long paper, maybe not, but like, you know, you don't just have to be constantly looking at the screen because, like, I have to go and do, like, research later, and I'm going to be looking at the screen for a couple hours.
But saving paper is another part of that, too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it goes back and forth, but if you want to check that out, just go down in the doobly-doo, and you'll find all the links to the podcasts. But we're going to go to the 12th upload, which was sleeping more. Sam, did you sleep more?
I did sleep more over Thanksgiving break, which was when this podcast was, and I thought it was great. I always think sleeping more is great. Gives me more energy, you know, to do nothing over Thanksgiving break.
How about we do a fun thing here? In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna say what if we approve of sleeping more. How about that? Okay. So 3, 2, 1.
No.
Yes. Justice.
It's a waste of time to be. It's 8 hours of your day just gone.
Why stop at 8 hours? Why not go to 9
and also,
or 10?
but at the same, and then like I feel tired even more when I sleep 8 hours. Like I need to like 7 or 6, and then I feel great in the morning. Like I need like 10 minutes to like wake up, which is like the great thing about phones is like a bright light, and then I can't go back. No. But then I can't go back to sleep. I can't fall back asleep.
Just use an alarm. Don't use your phone.
Well, I use an alarm.
What?
I use an alarm to wake up. I play like.
No, I use a Fitbit as my alarm.
Well, we don't have
Brian,
Fitbits.
can I change my answer because I kind of agree with Justice now.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Next one being Justice.
Yoga.
Justice. You are the renegade of this.
I know.
That's
why everyone loves me.
I love Justice time.
Hey,
I like you,
Justice.
Nick.
Justice, shush. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, what's up?
How did yoga go? Did you do yoga?
Yeah, I did some yoga. It was the thing with yoga that like, because I've tried doing yoga before and like I've done it like consistently before. Like, it's just like it's a slow game. Like you need to regain your flexibility, and depending on your fitness, like there's only so much you can do. Like I can do like a lot of the basic yoga positions. Yeah. But I also really like Pilates, which is kind of like a nice. Kind of, I don't want to say different type of yoga. Yeah. But it's another type of exercise where yoga you're holding everything. Yeah. For like a long period of time and stretching. Like Pilates is kind of like you do that, but then you like do a lot of slow movement. Oh, okay. And I like that a lot more. Okay, got ya. I would recommend yoga to anyone. I think it's very good. It's like a very healthy habit, and I know a lot of famous people do it, and that's like sometimes all they do. So
right, Robert Downey Jr. Right?
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. That's one of his main workouts is to just do yoga, and I know all he has to do is stand in an iron suit, but
but still, like, yeah, I'm gonna admit something. I didn't actually do any yoga for that week at all. Wow, yeah. I just
Bessey.
I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry for not doing it, but I was going through a little bit of a tough time, so it just didn't really work out. But I mean, from what I saw, it was a pretty good thing.
And now we're on to the 14th upload. Wow. So I'm green.
Not quite, Justice. I suppose with the previous upload being accepting death, we must now accept the death of healthier habits.
Damn. Not quite the death. It's not going to be gone forever. You can still listen to it. It's just
now we're taking down
the stopping of adding.
Yeah, but I mean, we can all remember those who have passed.
Yeah, but but Healthier Habits, as it existed, was something that you listened to. So it still exists.
Okay.
It is here.
It lives on in your heart and spirit.
And also on the internet. But anyway, if you want to know about the health benefits of the habits we adopted over the past 15 episodes, you can check them out individually on YouTube or on the Branding Iron website.
And remember, we are also on social media, on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. 1, 2, 3.
Facebook, ew.
Thank you all for being a part of this. It really means the world to me. And as always, be safe and be healthier. Bye.
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 Sickle.
Bye. Bye.